12 sad signs it's time for you to break up. Sometimes, you just need to know when it's time for you to walk away. You must always recognize whenever a relationship just isn't built to last. And you need to have the strength, determination, and bravery to just walk away from all of that. If you continue to stay in a toxic and doomed relationship for selfish reasons, then you are only doing yourself and your partner a disservice. You always want your relationships to work out, but that doesn't mean that you should be forcing the issue when things are clearly not a match. If you notice that a lot of these signs actually exist in the relationship that you're in, then it's definitely time for you to end things and just walk away. 1. You're just not happy. If your relationship doesn't make you happy, then it definitely isn't a relationship that is worth being in. Of course, you aren't always going to be happy in your relationship. But if you find yourself feeling miserable most of the time, then you know that the relationship just isn't the one for you. 2. You have so many doubts and insecurities because of your relationship. Instead of having a relationship that makes you feel safe and secure, you just feel a sense of anxiety and insecurity a lot of the time. You just have so many nagging doubts inside of you that are preventing you from actually being happy and relaxed in your relationship. 3. You can't seem to find a way to resolve your problems. All relationships are always going to have their fair share of problems and challenges. However, only the healthy relationships are able to work towards solutions to their problems. And if you and your partner just can't seem to find a resolution to your issues, then that's a big sign of incompatibility. 4. You don't think you would regret the decision to break up. Think about breaking up with your partner. Just ponder the idea for a bit. If it's not a situation that you think you would regret doing, then it's definitely a sign that you aren't cut out for one another. 5. You are always fantasizing about what else is out there for you. One big sign that you're blatantly unhappy with your relationship is when you are always thinking of other possibilities and alternatives. You still want to be keeping your options open because, at the back of your mind, you know that this isn't the relationship that you're cut out for. 6. You have lost all sense of confidence. A relationship should always serve as some kind of ego booster for you. You should always be with someone who makes you feel more confident about being who you are. However, if you find yourself wanting to hide your true self a lot, then that's not a good sign for your relationship at all. 7. Your friends and loved ones are telling you to get out of it. You should never live your life purely on the opinions and thoughts of those around you. However, it would be foolish of you to completely ignore the thoughts of those who genuinely care about you. 8. The cons definitely outweigh the pros. It's simple math, really. If you think that there are more positives that come with ending the relationship, then it's only logical that you should choose to go that route. 9. You have different values and principles in life. You must always make it a point to find a partner who you share compatible fundamental values and principles with. Otherwise, it would just spark too much friction in your relationship. And that is always going to breed a culture of toxicity and resentment between the two of you if that is the case. 10. Your plans just don't seem to coincide with one another. At the end of the day, you are always going to have to find a way to merge your plans. At the very least, you have to be able to compromise a little bit to accommodate each other in your lives. And if you can't do that, there is no way that your relationship is going to last. 11. You have very poor communication habits. You must always make it a point to have some very good communication habits as a couple. You want to make sure that you are able to effectively communicate with one another so that you say the same page. Poor communication habits are just a sign of bad chemistry and incompatibility. 12. You are worse people precisely because of your relationship. Whenever you get into a relationship, it should always be enriching your life and making it better. It should be inspiring and motivating you to become a better human being. But if you're just a worse human being overall because of your love, then it's definitely a bad relationship.